You remember that time when Attack of the Show used to mean something for you and you used to always, run to the TV when you got home from work or from school, and you used to always just, sit in front of your TV and watch G4 as whoever the hosts were was going to be coming? Oh, you don't? Well, it's weird. Neither can I. In the tone that you probably might have noticed from the sarcasm, you probably have already gotten the idea of what this video is going to be about. First off, this is going to be amongst one of a couple of videos that are going to be coming, and this is just me vlogging about things that are happening personally. This is going to be a little bit less edited and stuff, so maybe cuts here or there, but basically this is my opinion on stuff that is happening on the state of things that are happening in video games. And of course, we can't talk about video games without acknowledging that failed attempt to bring video games into the mainstream audience. We're talking about G4. Little history behind G4. The channel's going off the air now, but before it used to be a Tech TV, and Tech TV used to be a really cool channel full of tech news, things that were technology related in different aspects. My favorite shows include Call for Help, The Screensavers, which is what this show became eventually, and of course X-Play, which also got the boot from G4 not too long ago, and sorry to say that may be the only thing that I am sad to see go, because X-Play was a huge reason why there was a lot of coverage for video games on TV. There really wasn't a show that I could think of on TV that would take reviewing games and giving you previews and talking about the big gaming events that were coming. I mean, now it's normal, but back then, when it was extended play and it was only Adam Sessler, and then when it became X-Play, when they put Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb together, it definitely became its own entity. But those days are gone, and now all there is left is one show. The irony is, Attack of the Show, I never ever once got interested in this show. I actually watched an episode, and that show, I could imagine the people behind it were just a bunch of football playing jocks, just typing cool stuff, and it was, oh yeah, oh my god, let's bring this girl out here and cover her in chocolate pudding, or let's get this uninteresting celebrity like Don Faison, or whatever his name is from Scrubs, and it was like, whoever. But the bottom line is, the show sucked. It sucked so badly. I mean, what was it, this evolution that occurred after Tech TV and the Screensavers left? Like I said, Tech TV got the boot after they made this merger with G4. And all of a sudden it became G4 Tech TV, and then G4 started getting rid of everybody from Tech TV because they weren't young, they weren't pretty enough, they weren't interesting enough, and I mean, thank God for Revision 3 and Twit and all the smart people behind them, because they're all doing just fine. I saw the other day Kevin Pereira on a TV show, on a TV game show. Yeah, you know your life is definitely going the right direction when you went from Attack of the Show to 10% Attack of the Show. I was saying to myself, oh, how the mighty have fallen. The thing about Attack of the Show was, Attack of the Show was supposed to be something similar to the Screensavers. The Screensavers, it was like a live show, I think it was, and people would, it would be like a mix between what Twit is now, sort of like Leo Laporte, talking about what he thinks about technology, about the advancements, and what Patrick Norton does with Techzilla right now, which goes to show you, the latest in technology, brings in people to talk about latest games, the latest PCs, the latest stuff about TVs, about phones, about even chargers or whatever, anything technology related. And ironically, both him and Leo were both the hosts of this show, and I love this show because, it had everything in that one show. And then after G4 said, you know what, let's you guys are great, but you see, here's the thing, our demographic doesn't like old fat people, so you gotta go, bye-bye. And who came in their place? Well, it was a slew of hosts. I mean, even Kevin Rose and Sarah Lane, who were remnants from the Screensavers, decided to do Attack of the Show, and I kind of got the feeling when I was watching them that neither of them wanted to be there. Off they went. Kevin Pereira, douchebag extraordinaire, took his place, took Kevin Rose's place, and amongst others, we know, of course, know who to look for when we think of Attack of the Show. Olivia Munn might single-handedly not have been famous at all if it wasn't for this show. And the only reason she got famous in this show was because she did sexy cosplay, she got dipped in giant pies, she went to conventions dressed up as a lot of geeks, wet dream costumes, and, well, because she was sexy as hell. And that's what the show was about. It wasn't about talking about the latest tech, it wasn't about video games, it wasn't about anything interesting. It was just a show to get dumb jocks to watch something. It was like a TV version of Maxim. It was, Maxim, you don't read Maxim, you just look at Maxim. That's what it is. Maxim is image, it's just tits and ass, it ain't interesting. There's nothing interesting in Maxim except for the pictures, and this is what it was. You didn't care who they interviewed, you didn't care what they were talking about, you were just hoping that by the end of the show, they would make Olivia Munn either dress up in something sexy or pop a balloon, because apparently she's afraid of balloons or something. Or she was. I don't know if she got over that, but irony is so many people came in and out of that show. I was flabbergasted. I mean, let's count. Even Jessica Chobot from IGN was there. Ellison Hayslip, Chris Hardwick, the guy from The Nerdist. He used to actually do shows for Attack of the Show. And of course, Candace Bailey, who is sending this show off swan song. I do not, according to what I'm reading here, it says the current shows Sarah Underwood and Candace Bailey. Those are like remnants. Those are like, in case Olivia Munn is sick, bring Sarah Underwood, and there you go. These are the remnants, and that's how they're kissing off Attack of the Show. Really just putting in the only two people that were left for this show. January 23rd, goodbye Attack of the Show, and with that goes G4 and the ruination of lives. I'm happy. I'll tell you why. It's because apart from everything else that I mentioned, Attack of the Show was brainless, it was boring, it was uninteresting, and like I said before, it really didn't matter. I mean, because you didn't watch the show because of you bring in Jackie Lee Ermey, or whatever his name is, you know, the dude that played Rorschach. The show was trying to feed off everything, you know. It was trying to be geeky, it was trying to be athletic, it was trying to be techie, it was trying to be nerdy, it was trying to be serious, and it failed on every level because Attack of the Show pretty much just became the man show. You know, it became a dumber, duller, less interesting, cheap knockoff of the man show. And you know, the man show never took itself serious. It was just a show about fun. Of course, the man show. It's like, it harbors every man. It was like, you're gonna find something you like, even though the show is stupid. But this show was uncreative in every sort of way. It did everything to get you to care more about the TNA than anything else. Now, am I going to miss it? No. Am I going to miss G4? Not in the least. Tech TV was a great channel. G4 was a bunch of opportunistic, selfish, stupid idiots that came in and tricked Tech TV execs to come and just merge. But then they just said, you know what, let's turn it into a man channel. And let me tell you something. Running cops in Star Trek and whatever little show that you can muster didn't cut it. A lot of people lost interest in G4 early. Hell, even G4's own programming that came when this merger happened, a lot of it's gone. So clearly they had some agenda to turn this into some type of Spike TV knockoff, and it just so happens now that's the project. Now they're going to turn it into a GQ channel and the sorts. With Attack of the Show ending tonight, I'm thinking that will most likely be the start of turning G4 into, God, I don't care what they turn it into, but good riddance G4. Nobody will miss you. Nobody liked you, except for maybe X-Play, a couple of people also from within some of the shows that were involved I kind of dug. But overall, Attack of the Show, the final nail in G4's coffin, goodbye. I'm pretty sure that us gamers will not miss you, but if you are missing Attack of the Show, if you're gonna miss Attack of the Show, tell me why are you gonna miss Attack of the Show, and if it meant anything to you, leave a comment and just express what you think of Attack of the Show as a whole. You know what I feel about Attack of the Show, and I'm not gonna miss Attack of the Show. And with that, my first video game related vlog ends. I will be making more of these as it come along. This was actually like a last minute thing I decided to do, you know. I mean, I figured, you know, this is a momentous occasion in the life of a channel that I totally despised and hated, so I am definitely not going to miss this channel at all, and I'm pretty sure nobody else is going to miss it either, because as quickly as it came, suddenly it didn't matter anymore to anybody. So if you like what you saw here today, tell me if you guys like to hear me talk about anything else. You know, I mean, there's a lot of topics inside of the gaming world, and I'd like to talk about them with you guys if you like. So if you like what you see here, you know, leave me a positive or a negative comment, and we'll talk to you later. So take care, guys, and don't fear for Candace Bailey. I'm pretty sure she's gonna end up on some slutty show soon enough, so good luck to you, Candace.